What? We're back already? Oh my god. Yeah, it's time for yet another episode of A Conversation with Kely. This is episode 35. Talking about it here. Of course, I'm always here with my lovely co-host, Aly. You already said how you're doing in the last video, but how are you doing right now?
I'm doing good. Just trying to chill before my shift tonight. Hopefully that goes well. But yeah, I wish I didn't have to go to work.
All right. And also, as always, we do have both of our guests. We have Mike and we have Sean both here again. Very excited to have them with us. I don't know if Mike is here, but Sean is very much here. Before we start things off, I guess we'll talk about the show overall. What are you guys thinking of Ascendance Live so far?
Ladies first.
So far, this season's pretty good. I mean, we didn't obviously see too much, but obviously the first episode was pretty well done. And this season has potential to be really good.
I am very impressed. I know, I knew Matthew Papa can edit, but holy shit, Matthew Papa can edit.
Yeah.
I mean, Nicole fucking edits what, I'm just, production value, chef's kiss. Episode 1 itself, we'll talk about that a little later, but this season about to be cray. I've never seen that again, but it's crazy. I'm very impressed. I'm very proud of production and the players.
Yeah. Speaking of which, most times we do this, we will have the eliminated player on. We're not entirely sure if we're going to be able to get William on today, but
spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoilers for those who didn't watch it. William was the person eliminated, and we are going to try to potentially get him on, but if we can't, it's fine. I think we're just going to get started here.
Yeah, we want to try and get as many eliminated contestants as we can, just to kind of discuss their thoughts on their gameplay and
we can actually realistically get them,
and also how they think the rest of the season will go, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just going to get started here. The first challenge is going to be called Blind Pick. They have 10 minutes to get to know each other, and once it's up, they each will have to vote for someone. This is usually a staple of Ascendance. They did this my season. I'm sure they did this the other seasons as well. So this is not something that we're necessarily unfamiliar to. And immediately we see Stephanie talks to Edmund, and they bond over how much they know and are thinking about throwing it onto Sarah, especially since she has very few friends in the game. Already seeing these two bonding a lot. We kind of talked about this in the draft, but Stephanie and Edmund are two of the people that know Ascendance the best, and I feel like they're in a pretty good spot already in this game. What do you guys think?
I think so too, actually. So far they're doing really well. Socially and just making those connections. Hopefully it doesn't screw them over, but so far I can see them doing well. Obviously it's only
I knew they were going to add the blind vote. That. Oh, yeah. Ascendance Live said in the comments. It's a classic.
Literally.
I've been there since season 1, season 2.
It'd be weird if it wasn't there.
But
honestly,
I didn't know how they're going to articulate it in a way, because past seasons in the Orc series, you either get a power or you get something different. So, but it was very interesting because I knew they're going to have that in there, but I didn't know how the players were going to react and actually have a conversation around it. So it was very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I really enjoyed how they ended up strategizing. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say also Mike's here, but he's just AFK right now, but he'll give his thoughts soon.
Let's see if he comes on later, but everyone then gets into a circle, and Destiny immediately volunteers to be voted for, which not surprised that she did this. We kind of said this is how she would end up playing, and she's very much not disappointing. She's very much living up to the hype of being someone that is very cutthroat, very direct. She's already very much doing that in this game. And Memes also knows that this is going to be a captain vote, so he also wants the power. And I like what he's doing here. He wants to kind of guide people like Erica, Michelle, and Jeff. That's kind of like his goal right now, is he wants to kind of help out the people that are newer to playing, which I thought was interesting for him. So Memes and Destiny already calling a lot of shots right now. They're already really playing hard. Do we think this is good for them? What do you guys think?
I wouldn't necessarily think they're playing hard. I think that's like the first thing that when getting cast for Ascendance, I mean, all of us been through that.
Oh yeah.
First vote. Like,
yeah.
Obviously when I played, I knew something good. When y'all played, y'all didn't know.
Yeah.
But like, I think putting yourself out there shows more of you as a game player. So I honestly respected Destiny and Memes like, okay, I'll do it. Because obviously, like, the newer people are like, oh, if it's bad, they can go, kind of thing, you know? Yeah. But half of the people are Ascendance people, so they knew where they were going. And it definitely puts them out there where, like, you know, people like Michelle, Tony, William, like, if you're late in the back, you're more not seen. And people, you want to be seen in a way on a good note. So, like, I feel like them doing that put a lot good gracious with a lot of people.
Definitely. I do want to bring some attention to the question Ascendance Live asked. If you were there, would you go into a big circle or would you go off and try to strategize? Personally, for me, I probably would just like try to strategize with people just to see where like everyone's heads were at. That's kind of like what I would do. I wouldn't necessarily do the big circle mentality, but I've also gotten first boot in Ascendance, so I don't know if I'm the person to be answering this. Let's go to people that haven't gotten first boot. What would you guys do?
I would probably, I'd say go into a big circle at first, just because I would try and just make those connections. I wouldn't want to strategize. I wouldn't want to strategize or like play too hard too fast. So really, I would just like try and make connections at like the first round.
I am fuck. I'm in the Missouri. I've been awake for 24 plus hours. I'm an observer. Oh my god, why can I not English? I'm sorry. And like I would personally go into the big circle just to like look at body language, tone of voice, where eyes are looking at. Like I would personally do that in a live game, especially in a big circle, because you know people are like picking out who they want to work with, who they can't trust, who are skeptical, and all that stuff. I would personally do that, and then probably go out and strategize.
Yeah,
I think that's a good way to go about it. But the results come out, and we see at first with 12 votes, Memes is the first captain, and Destiny is the other with 15. And we see Jake immediately is not really feeling good about this at all, especially since the last game they played, they were very much not on the same side. So a lot of interesting sort of a rivalry brewing between Destiny and Jake. Very much do not seem like they are on good terms with each other just from this episode alone. We talked about how Jake doesn't really know Ascendance, and if this episode's any indication, I really don't see him going that far, because it does not seem like people are really vibing with Jake overall.
Yeah, I can see Jake banking it like maybe 1 or 2 more rounds. I don't see him making it super far.
Yeah.
I don't know. The way that they just edited this episode.
Yeah.
There is, that little oomph on Jake. Again, Jake is kind of like that, even in orgs. Like, he's a very social player. I see him actually setting his foot down and like, okay, I need to get my shit together.
Yeah, I think he recognizes like he's kind of like not in a great spot. Oh, Mike's here.
No, I'm muted. I'm back.
All right.
Also, I'll also ask Mike the question.
Oh yeah. If you were there, would you go into a big circle or would you go off and try to strategize for the blind pick?
You put that back up. Hold on.
Yeah.
If I were to go into a big circle, or I go off and try to strategize. I think the big circle should come first because that's where the majority of the people are.
Mm-hmm.
You want to feel good with people before you can actually go and strategize.
Yeah, definitely. Makes sense.
Oh, for sure.
Also, any thoughts on what we've talked about so far? We talked about the captains, and now we're talking about Jake and sort of like how he kind of feels like he's on the outs with people.
You must be this tall to survive the elimination. No, I'm kidding.
I guess it worked because he survived.
I'm actually pretty happy with who ended up being captain. Destiny is my winner pick, so of course I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah.
And memes, I think that was the best way to go for memes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially for someone who's like known in the Ascendance family.
Right.
I think that was best for his game.
Yeah, it was definitely his best bet.
I also like the fact that one is alumni and one's not.
Mm-hmm.
So like that alone, the spectrum behind that, like, instead of imagine the first two being Ascendance alumni.
Yeah.
I feel like that's predictable.
Oh yeah, that's true. Stephanie was not a part of the circle at the start.
Oh yeah, that's true.
When I saw Stephanie and Edmund outside, I'm like, y'all better run back inside.
Yeah.
Run back inside before people say, oh, they got a final two. Thank God they did, because
yeah, thank God. That could have been bad. That could have been really bad for them. And yes, John Coffey, very much watch the episode.
John Coffey.
Right now, you should probably not be watching this. All right.
I mean, unless you want spoilers.
Yeah. So both of the teams were then picked. Aly is going to talk about the first team, Destiny's team.
All right. Destiny's team is Edmund, Jake, Mark, Michelle, Nicholas, Sarah, and William.
Yes. And then Meme's team is Peyton, Erica, Galen, Jeff, Michael, Stephanie, and Tony. There seems to be some friction there because there's a lot of people that Destiny picked that Memes wanted, and there's a lot of people that Memes picked that Destiny wanted, which I thought was kind of funny. I don't think it's gonna have too much of an effect on things, but I just thought that was kind of funny to watch, where Memes wanted certain people and then Destiny picked them, and then vice versa. I thought that was kind of a fun moment. Nothing too surprising with these teams, I would say. I kind of expected Memes to pick a good majority of these people, so I'm not too surprised by what we got here.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Jake is feeling very nervous. What?
I was gonna say that is something that hopefully in the future episodes they pick up on, because Aly, Kevin, and I, when we played Ascendance, whoever won the captains, I personally, if I had one captain, I would go to the other captain, okay, let's talk. Who do you want on your team? Blah, 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 blah. Strategize about it, because then that happens.
I feel very left out of this conversation as the only non-Ascendance alum here.
You gotta play.
Me too.
Yeah. But going to this comment here, I would definitely be annoyed about that, especially if I knew the person and we had some sort of agreement. I would definitely be annoyed that they went back on it. So
Oh no, same.
I cannot blame Destiny or Memes for.
I would, if it's something we really want, it would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would be kind of ruthless of them to do that.
I'm gonna hold back on answering that, because last time I was even participating in putting people in my groups, I got eliminated.
Yeah.
But in this circumstances, I would be upset.
Right. Yeah. No, I definitely get you there. But yeah. Okay. Now you can read the notes, Aly.
All I'm gonna say is, if I were captain and someone picked Kevin on me, I would not complain at all.
You're probably right.
But I will say I do have some experience as captain, though. I played Ascend the Chaos 1 and 2. It's a different story. It's a different battlefield.
Yes.
Same shit, though. So I do kind of get it.
Same shit, different toilet.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And they did say sometimes You can set teams up to protect your allies. Sometimes you can set them up to fuck someone over.
Yeah.
In Ascendant Chaos, I was the type of person, I set up a team to fuck someone over. I just want to get...
There's a lot of different avenues.
There's a lot of different avenues you can play that captain strategy, though.
Yeah.
I think that was neat.
For sure.
Jake is feeling very nervous about being picked last and knows he needs to do well in this challenge.
Yep.
The comp is called team bonding. Each team is going
to be this tall to be picked by a captain.
Shout
out to Jake. Jake's the king.
The comp is called team bonding. Each team is going to need to hold a solo cup with a ping pong ball between their cups and will go in a circle. When the ping pong ball they have to choose will be removed from the circle, and the team that gets through everyone wins.
Yeah, this comp was definitely an interesting one to start off with. I thought it was pretty good, though, because it was, a lot of bonding and things like that. There's a lot of tension that goes on throughout this comp as well, especially with one of the teams that's really not doing that well.
Now the question is, how well would we do in this challenge?
Oh, I do. I don't want to talk about how I do.
Not a sentence actually low-key like saying the same question, but different.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about how I do. I would flop like instantly. I don't do well with cup challenges.
So I was able to hold a cup over my head for about an hour and 14 minutes. So I think I would have done well.
Yeah, I think Sean, you probably do the best out of all of us.
Yeah, Sean would probably be the best.
Also, this challenge is more, yes, physical, but also like,
yeah.
Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Hello.
Hello.
A lot of communication.
Yes. Definitely. Someone's got a siren going off.
Oh, it's just the TV.
Oh.
Whose phone's in your backpack now, Kevin?
Not that. No, not that. Not that at all. Anyway.
Yeah, for that challenge, it really depends, but I definitely think Sean is the best chance to win out of this group.
See, there was a strategy that came in play with that comp, and I think depending on if you figure it out or not, there's tricks to it.
Yeah. And speaking of that,
and like Sean and
sorry, I was just reading the comment. Speaking of strategy, there was actually a strategy, and I think Edmund had talked about it in the episode.
Yeah,
how William was holding his cups like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, it's up against his body, and your shoulders aren't like out like that. So the pressure of your arms going here is towards there, so like you won't get pain from holding the cup like that. But yes, I'm sorry, Ascendance. I did steal the words out of your mouth. Communication is huge.
Yes.
Just don't be
absolutely
communicating in a messy way.
Erica very much feels in the middle of the team since one side is doing well and the other isn't. And Meme says he is usually good for finding powers and looks around to see if he can find anything, which he has been unsuccessful with so far.
I will say, this is a cast that is very much...
Wasn't he this close? Wasn't he literally right beside it?
This cast is very savvy with finding powers already.
Everyone seems to be struggling during the practice, and the comp starts, and Destiny's team seems to be leading, with Jake, Nick, and Mark absolutely dominating, and he's confident if they stay in if they're going to win.
And then...
Sadly, Jake ends up dropping, which really angers Mark, and it eventually comes down to Edmund and Michelle.
Yep. And I do agree with Stephanie here. There's a lot of strategy that's put into this for sure.
Galen feels very confident his team is going to win this because no one has dropped yet, and eventually comes down to him and Jeff. After a tough battle, the red team, Memes, ends up winning.
Yes.
I was shocked, not gonna lie.
No, same. Because, like, literally,
right,
Mark said when he was going to, I'm like, okay, so they're gonna win. And then immediately they just start flopping.
And this is why I love newbies, because Michelle is the definition of someone that really surprised me, because again, I didn't think Michelle was going to actually make it to the end of that challenge and be one of the final two. And she did. So with that being said, that would put her in kind of a good, position, because people see that she is capable of doing challenges. She is good to be part of a team, and she's also well liked.
Oh yeah.
Go red team, yes. Very
yes.
I do
Period.
The red team overall.
Sarah is feeling very uneasy about this loss, and she doesn't really know any of these people that well.
I will say, I think Sarah is really impressing me so far. She's definitely taking advantage of the fact that she doesn't know a lot of people, and I think that's working out well for her overall.
I think she's going to be I think she's going to be more like one of the under the radar players.
I think so too.
She will not be an under the radar. She'll be behind the scenes, fucking sniping people left and right with her social game.
Yeah,
that's true.
She'll be oh my god, her social manipulation. Can't wait to see that.
So we then see this moment where Galen is looking around the room after the challenge for an advantage. Erica does the same, and right when Erica starts looking, she just finds this pendant of power immediately.
Literally, Galen passed it.
Yeah, no, that was so funny to me. He literally walked right past it, and she plans to tell Michelle about it since they apparently are both roommates, which I don't think we knew. But yeah, her and Michelle are roommates, and basically Galen then goes ahead and tells Michelle anyway. However, it doesn't really mean much since Erica tells her about it an hour later. I think this is really good for these two. I think budding relation that's already developing between like Erica and Michelle could really take both of them far, especially since Michelle knows about this power. So yeah, I think they're both doing really well. Michelle already is very much impressing me.
I get points on my draft.
Yes, you do.
We also love women getting power. We stand. No offense, Galen.
Yeah, Galen was close, to be fair. He was very close, but I'm glad that Erica ended up getting this because of what this means for her and Michelle. But Destiny talks to Mark, and she throws out Jake's name as a possibility. Like I said, there's a lot of friction between these two, and basically she throws as a possible option to target, especially with how dangerous he seems, and also since he was, and of course, the first to drop. And we see that Michael also seems behind it. He seems like he kind of wants to do it. And basically, William's hoping to put his vote on Jake as well. And Jake knows that him dropping first is going to put a huge target on his back, and he's internally freaking out about this. And like you said, I do think that Jake had the foresight to realize that, he's not in a great spot. And I do think that could overall really help him moving forward. But I'm not going to lie, I was really worried about Jake for a little bit. I was like, oh no, this could be really, really bad. But when Destiny wakes up, it seems that the vote has suddenly switched to Williams, and she's kind of annoyed by it since Mark was basically telling her what to do. And I love the moment where she's like, don't tell me what to do, all right? I'm not here to be controlled. I'm like, yes, I love Destiny for that. And yeah, this would be bad. I would be really scared if that happened. If I was like,
to answer this question, I feel like that's basically a death sentence.
Pretty much.
That would be so bad for us.
Yeah.
It really depends because, I personally, if I drop first, I would instantly start talking to people who start getting dropped, drops right after me, start getting those social connections in.
Mm-hmm.
But for someone who doesn't even know the format, I would be frightened.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're in Jake's.
I feel like, you could work around it and say just kind of use it to your advantage, but it also could be bad for our games too.
Yeah. So we then get this moment where Michelle really wants to try to talk to William. She wants to try to develop a bond there. He's too busy looking at his phone the entire time. So it does not really seem like William's making a concerted effort to.
You're allowed phones there?
Yeah, that's what they said.
I didn't know that.
That's what they
I
said.
knew William was on his phone. I was just confused.
Apparently. But we see Jeff is very conflicted since he is feeling good with William, but it seems like the majority is going towards him. And I thought this was good of Jeff. He recognized that, like, yeah, I have this connection with William, but there's really no salvaging it here. So he kind of realizes that he just needs to go for him. So I think Jeff is already doing a good job of, like, kind of figuring out the dynamics.
Also, William's paranoia wasn't helping his case at all.
No.
I think this is where Jake actually stepped up with his social game
I agree.
and made it realize, like, okay, I need to do more. You're allowed. Even Destiny in her confessional, she said that she was trying to help William and tell William where to go and all that stuff, and he didn't. So, like, at that point, she also gave up on William.
Yeah. So yeah, he in general just is not really doing great here. He's very much just like kind of to himself, and I think that's what ultimately really hurt him.
I definitely feel bad, but I mean, he just didn't really make those
He did
connections.
to himself. He really did.
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, backtrack. We never explained what the pendant was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did they explain? It's
Yes.
like a pendant of power. What is it?
So pendant of power is basically like an idol. It will keep the person who plays it. All votes against them will be nullified. And yeah. All right, fast forward.
All right.
All right.
Probably good to know.
It seems like Edmund and Sarah are bonding really well, and they have formed a bit of an alliance called Hearsay, because it's another alliance he's had in the past, and they both seem legit about it, which I really like this, actually.
Yeah, I think this
I'm
is
here
going to
for
be
this.
really good for
here
the
for
both
it.
of them, especially for Sarah, someone who
for
doesn't
helping
know
me
a lot
out.
of the connections. Her already bonding with Edmund is really good. Someone that is really connected. So yeah, I think like this could be really good for the both of them.
Oh, for sure.
I personally love this alliance.
Yeah.
I'm also nervous because, again, like Edmund is a huge shield for everyone. Being the only winner.
Yep.
Also, like, that's all I have to say. I don't know anything else, but I like the alliance overall. It's a cute alliance. First alliance of the season. Period.
Yes.
I definitely do have concern for Edmund's game because of coming in as the only winner and being clocked for it.
Oh yeah.
But I think this Hearsay alliance will be really good for Edmund.
Being clocked. Didn't he say he was the? Oh no, he said it in his confessional.
He said it in the confessional. I think others have
He said in the
mentioned it
confession. I don't
too.
think he was like.
But
Yeah.
also, I personally would just blab it out because
Yeah.
knowing that there are other Ascendance alumni who know,
It doesn't matter, yeah.
I would like. I mean, that's kind of what I did in my C. I was like, yeah, I'm ex-prod. Like, what about it?
Yeah, right.
Got me third boot.
So maybe it's not the best strategy.
No.
Says the first boot.
I mean, yeah.
Tried to get a female out. Who you thought it was inactive, but she wasn't.
She just didn't talk to me.
Who? Wait, who?
Kira.
Kira.
Oh. There's so many people I could have gotten the chance to play with, and I was alternate, so I didn't get to.
Yeah.
That's more geared towards season 9. Shout out to Chloe, Tawny. That's it. No, and Ran.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ran.
Back to Ascendance Live.
Back to Ascendance Live.
Anyway.
William seems really nervous, but doesn't seem to make much of an effort to deflect his name from going around. And however, no one seems to be talking to him either, which makes him think he should maybe throw a vote on somebody.
This was so bad. Like him thinking he should throw the vote. I was like, no, just fucking vote for Jake. Because like that's where, like if you think that's where majority is going, you should just do that because William is paranoid. He feels his name is out there. I think that was probably the right thing to do, but he didn't.
This is why you're first boot.
Yep.
Yeah.
I personally I personally, if I do, like, if no one was talking to me, I would just assume I'm going. Even if I try my hardest and people are still not giving me anything, I would throw a fucking vote because you know why? Because at the end of the day, there's two things can happen. People can assume that William threw it, or chaos of throwing each other under the bus, saying, "Oh, they threw the rogue vote. That person voted for you." That causes more chaos, more friction towards other players. So I mean, I'm leaning towards that. Not gonna lie, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think he could have potentially saved himself if he voted for Jake, but
yeah,
I don't think so.
He could have tried, but it would have been hard.
I don't think so.
Looking at the votes,
the way he isolated himself and made people feel like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
The rest of the team talk.
Throwing votes to cause chaos are very fun. Exhibit A, CTC Lafoten.
Oh, not that.
The rest of the team talk, and it seems like they're pretty dead set on him going, and it's time for the first elimination. Mark jokes to memes about throwing his vote this round.
Which he does.
Yeah, right. But by a vote of 5-1 to 1, William is the first person voted out of Ascendance.
I thought it was
7 to 1 to 1.
Okay, yeah.
Because the other two weren't revealed.
Right.
Just reading what was on the notes.
The other votes were for Jake and who else?
Edmund.
Jake and Edmund.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is pretty much, I think, what we expected.
I mean, we love that. I mean, we love men getting votes.
Yeah, but not bottomless mimosas.
William, in general, I don't think did a good job of making connections here. I think he really should have taken the time to talk to people, but instead he was too focused on his phone. Oh,
Destiny
it's on the
voted. Destiny voted Jake.
It's good. Oh, wait, we don't even need notes.
Hello and welcome.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome.
Yeah, please link the wiki. That would be
There's
nice.
a wiki.
There's always been a wiki.
I know there's been a wiki, but I didn't know it was up.
I'm not alumni.
But yeah, so Destiny basically talks about how she feels that he did it to himself.
Oh, that's my part.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay though. If you wanted to read it, but
okay. So basically, she
Destiny
talks about how, like, he did
Destiny
it to himself.
Oh,
who's reading it?
Destiny feels he did it to himself since he isolated himself from almost the entire night, while others did try to invite him into conversations.
Yeah, I mean that's really his biggest issue is that like she was one of the people that was trying to like make a concerted effort to like bond with him, and he just didn't even try. So I think that's what really hurt him. Just talk to people. Like that's all you got to do. Just talk to people.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I also don't blame him. I don't blame him at the same time. Like, you know, I am honestly like being first boot for the first ever season of Ascendance Live. I would be proud. Like,
yeah,
I would hold that shit high. Like, you got freaking Zach, what's his name? Zach Shelley, first boot of Ascendance org. He holds it up high. I would hold it up high. I mean, understandable. Like, I didn't win, but like, he made history by being the first boot.
Yeah.
I also wish he did try. Like, I said in our cast assessment, like, I wanted to see someone who, again, not familiar with the format, someone who's quite wiser and a little, I don't want to use the word older, but you know what I mean there, succeed. Because not many people in the org community, I know in the live reality games community, like, there's more people who are over the 20s that do well, but like for Ascendance, like, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna stop talking at this point. I don't want to offend people by calling them old.
Also, yes, you got Stephanie mad.
Nothing wrong with
Stephanie, you're not old. You're 22.
I love Steph.
If we're gonna make fun of old people, let's just make fun of how Aly's almost 30.
Not that.
Mike, aren't you almost 30 as well?
Mentally,
you and Aly only a year apart.
Not yet, but
trying to get the target off my back here.
Anyway.
William talks about how the reason he came to Ascendance is because he wanted to prove that he could do something that he never thought possible and wanted to make an alliance and team up with people and it's just happy he was able to play this game and have a good time.
And I honestly hope
it's Kevin's typo for me.
Oh, did I say ream up?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's pretty funny, actually.
I honestly hope he did have fun.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm happy that he stepped out of his boundaries, and hopefully this wouldn't be his last. And we see him in other live reality games or even the orgs.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe.
Can we also talk about that highlight reel of William? I loved it. Like the flashbacks and then William talking in the background. Like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, that was great. I really liked the way that was put together with like the black and white and whatnot. I thought it was really, really well done. And yeah, he definitely did seem like a nice person.
Yeah.
That's good that he like helped out when he was out, but like it just kind of sucks to like he just didn't really take the time to connect with people, because I think he probably wouldn't have gone if he did. But
yeah.
Unfortunately,
I mean, I hope he gets like a second chance in like the org
Ascendance
or
Live.
Ascendance Live again.
Season.
Yes.
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 It's coming.
It's
coming soon.
I definitely feel like his next time he plays, he'll have that really good redemption arc and prove himself.
Papa, if that was your idea, honestly,
yeah, I love that idea. I really do.
Really
I think
cute.
It helps a lot.
It helps
really
with the story.
Yeah. It's a very satisfying end to every player. But yeah, William, first person eliminated from Ascendance Live. We were really hoping to get him on, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be happening, unfortunately, in this episode. But we wish you the best of luck, William. I hope you're able to do better in other orgs and whatnot, because you do seem like a really nice guy overall.
He does.
And that's really it, though. That's really it for the our review of the first episode of Ascendance Live. Yes, shout out to all these people. They did a really good job with the editing, especially. I was very impressed by in this episode. So yeah, I really do like where things are headed. I think there's a lot of interesting possibilities. And the thing about Ascendance is that the game is very fluid. So like what we saw here in terms of these team bonds could be completely different in the coming weeks. But I do think the one that we should definitely take note of is the one with Edmund and Sarah. I think that that's probably going to be a pretty major one. And then the one developing between Michelle and Erica as well. That's one that I think is going to be important, especially because she shared with her power and whatnot. But aside from that, I mean, we'll have to see what ends up happening with the other bonds in the house.
But I'm so excited to see the rest of the season, see how it plays out.
Yes. Should we get into draft updates?
Yes, we can do that. I need the link.
Oh, here.
Because I only have the graphic. I don't have the update.
I have the link open.
Okay.
Oh, they also sent it to me as well.
Okay, just share it. You can go ahead and share it.
All right.
Yes, of course.
I'm a Stephanie stan. I'm really pissed Aly picked you first for the draft.
I'm sorry.
I knew it.
Really? I heard Papa won Ascendance Live.
Oh, wow.
But what's the tea?
Interesting to know.
Papa gets second boot.
Okay, so
all right.
This is the draft. Aly, could you like unzoom it? Like zoom it? Like not like
full screen it?
I'm always flopping these.
Full screen?
Not full screen it, but like
I can do that. I can do that.
Oh,
you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Oops, the NDA.
No, like, fuck. What is that called?
There isn't a way to do that.
It's the zoom out.
Zoom out. Oh, this one?
On Google Chrome. Do you not? Okay, whatever. Anyways.
Oh, Chrome.
Aly,
Nah.
Could you go back to the graphic? All right. So you see here, Kevin unfortunately lost William.
Damn. I that was a long shot. I knew it. I was like, I'm just gonna take one for the team and draft him. But...
Wasn't that default?
Yeah.
Shout out to Duke. We have similar point system for this. I tweaked it a little bit so it doesn't look like we're using the same one. As you can see in the middle, the scoring system, we're going from 16th getting 1 point to winner getting 30. And then if you scroll down a little bit. So what I added competition wins for the team as 2 points, individual wins 3, and then finding a power 5 points.
Okay.
And then if you can show the scoreboard for all of us. 1914. So as you can see, as of right now for episode 1, Kevin has 3 points, Aly has 2, I have 7. Thank you, Erica, for finding a power, and Mike has 2 points. And then
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
I do want to say I am kind of confused about how Kevin has the first boot, but yet we have less points.
So he has someone on his draft that won the team challenge.
Yeah.
So that's why he has 3 points.
Oh, that makes sense. I have just Galen for that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Literally just Galen.
Yes.
Of all people. I'm kidding. Shout out to Galen.
These points can change. I may be in the lead now. I won't be in the lead later. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But we'll have to see how the draft works out. I don't know. I really did a great job in picking William.
But yeah, shout out again to Duke. If you guys aren't already, go listen to Duke's podcast, Lost at Sea. He covers Big Brother and Ascendance.
Yes.
Check out JG because I'm pretty sure JG also is touching Ascendance Live.
Yeah, he probably is.
So shout out to JG.
Channel in general, a lot of cool stuff over there. Trailer reactions, movie reviews, cool stuff.
Yes.
Definitely.
Shout out to all the other podcasts.
Yes, shout out to all the podcasts covering Ascendance Live, and of course, if you want to follow anything Ascendance Live related, where is the? Hold on.
Instagram is his Ascendance game. YouTube Ascendance Live. Twitch all things Ascendance. There's also merch. YouTube is, did I say YouTube? Facebook, Ascendance.org. There's also
the
merch. Yes. Wait, am I missing a social media?
No, I think you covered them all.
I mean, there's LinkedIn.
Anyway.
Yeah.
If you want Ascendance merch, they also have those. So
yes. Definitely a lot of cool stuff going on there. Of course, as always, we do want to give a chance to give both of our co-hosts a chance to plug their socials and things like that. So, Sean, go ahead.
Thank you again for having me. Like, honestly, I may be ex-pod, but I started Ascendance Live with Nicole and Papa, and honestly, ever since then, I've supported them through and out. That's their baby, that's their child. So I have to I'm their little gunkle, You can follow me at Sean Dairo or Dairo Media for graphics, or check my makeout.
Not that.
Makeup account, Dairo Makeup, on Twitter.
Check my makeout.
Makeout.
I've been up for 24 hours, y'all. I need to go to bed soon. But yeah.
All right. And also glad he was able to contribute something this time around. Mike, go ahead.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there.
Not that.
Thank you. Last time I was here, this time last time I was mean, this time I'm meaner. Follow me at WonderPuff16. You heard me 2 hours ago. You get to deal with me again.
Yes.
Because as clearly, I should be nowhere near anything. So, haha, I'm here twice now.
Yeah.
That-
So, yeah. What were you gonna say, Aly?
Oh no, I was just agreeing with him.
Oh,
I
also,
should be nowhere near anything.
like
No,
we
that
said,
you should be here.
yes. Like we said in our last video, look forward to our coverage, our continuing coverage of this season of Big Brother 23. Also, we forgot to say Celebrity Big Brother starting up next year. So looking forward to that as well. That should be fun. I'm excited to see how that goes. Also look forward to our finally starting our coverage of the season of The Circle.
CBS, if you're hearing this, if you're watching this, please cast youth political activist Madison Kimmery for Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh my god, yes. But yeah, we're gonna be covering the first 4 episodes of The Circle with our guest. Spoilers, it's our friend Jillian.
Yes.
We're gonna be doing that Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern.
Yes, excited to talk about that. And then also, of course, our coverage of Survivor eventually, because that's going to be starting up in the next few weeks as well. A lot of cool stuff going on, and very excited to talk about all of that with y'all. But that's it for this video, of course. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see. What's up? What are we forgetting?
Again, shout out Matthew, Papa, Nicole, and everyone in production. This is such a great season so far. Y'all are amazing. Love y'all. Mwah.
Yes, shout out to all of them. But keep watching Ascendance Live. Keep watching all of our stuff. We'll see you guys in our next video, and we will see you guys for that. Okay.
Play the game before the game plays you.
Period.